the Christmas spirit. Is that Christmassy?
No, it's just black and white and gray. just a sweater.
Just a sweater. It looks.
Or I guess it's a hoodie.
I think it just looks Christmassy because it's a sweater and it looks like. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, guess what, guys? We got Sawyer back after a 3-week vacation hiatus break. Is it? I was say, is it necessarily vacation when the week before you had a wedding?
I was gonna say I was just getting my contract realigned with you, discussing salary and stuff, and so that's why I was gone because we were in the negotiation stage.
Very tough negotiation. Very tough. But yeah,
it's been 3 weeks. 3 weeks or something like that, or it's probably been a little bit longer.
Mm.
But
John O'Grady, my god brother, and
Mark
Sandy. Yeah, I was like, Mark Sandy.
Who was the third?
All right, before we continue,
let's roll that intro.
welcome back, guys.
I got up and I was gonna run and get a ginger ale, but I was like, I don't need a ginger ale, so then I just ran back to my seat.
I thought about getting a Nesquik. It's called Nesquik. Strawberry Nesquik. But I was like, that's not gonna be good for my workout tomorrow. So I got a protein shake instead.
Hey, that's a good call. I love strawberry milk. Candace's family does not like strawberry milk, so whenever I go over there, they always get strawberry milk free. And so I get to drink all the strawberry milk, and I'm a very happy camper. Real reason why I married her. Strawberry milk.
She has strawberry milk. Nobody else has strawberry milk.
Yep.
Candace's family was so nice. Like, all her friends were nice. Oh, mostly. I just necessarily met, what was that girl's name?
Haley,
there you go.
The one you were hanging out the most with. I'm like, I think I know who you're talking about.
I'm terrible with names. She was her last name Beagle.
Vaguely.
Ah! Oh, I'm so sorry.
I mean, Bagel, Beagle. You were close.
And then she speaks like to her whole family. I'm like, whoa! This is why Candace said all the Beagles stay after. Or she mentioned them after like the church ceremony. And I'm like, oh,
yeah,
huge family.
Yeah, she has a very large extended family.
Ah, that's it. Yeah. They went around, and I was like, I couldn't keep up.
Just nod your head. Yes. Hello, Angel. Hello, I'm Angel. Hi, I'm Angel.
I think one of them, there's twins, but I wasn't sure whether they were messing with me or not.
They weren't.
Yeah, like they weren't. But like, I'm just gonna go with it. So they have twins that don't look alike.
Mm-hmm.
What are they called again?
Their names? What are they called? They're called humans. No kidding. It's Ronnie and Randy are their names.
Oh, yes. And I was like, to the tall one, I was like, you must have gotten all the milk, didn't you?
You said that to him?
Isn't that the joke that like one brother gets all the milk, so he gets all the vitamins, so they're taller?
Hey, I mean, I have never said that to any of them, so props to you for saying that on your first meeting.
And then I forgot about another, I think it was probably one of her aunts that she had like 3 or 4 kids. I'm like, how'd you do it, ma'am? The more I grow up, like moms are like the best. They make it seem like so normal, and I'm just like, I got a full-time job. I'm done with that.
Do this.
I still can't. I don't know how moms do it. Like, especially if they work full-time job and then come home. Parents in general. It's like, how do you do it?
Yeah.
Then moms usually have the patience to deal with the kids. It's like, oh.
I mean, especially when the kids are young and they wake you up in the middle of the night. Like, I can't do that.
Dun dun dun.
If I don't have my full 12 hours of sleep, no. I don't think I could sleep 12 hours if I tried. Like I wake up like straight, I'm talking about. Like I wake up multiple times, then I have to be up for like an hour or so, and then I can go back.
Yeah.
I'm a very weird sleeper sometimes.
Yeah. Like, same. I used to be able to, but now I'm just like, there must be something that needs to be done.
Yeah.
And then usually get a call.
But where are you? You're late, and then I'm up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
college it was so easy to sleep. Like, and yet, if you didn't wake me up, I could sleep until like 1 or 2, and like be perfectly okay with it.
Oh.
Not anymore.
We're in 2020. What year did you graduate? 2017.
2017. Yep.
Boom. Yeah, I was like, the one reminded me of like college throwbacks. I'm like, whoa, I haven't danced like that in a while.
Your tail feather, as the kids are saying.
I'm just so glad somebody got a video of me dancing with my drink.
Your drink.
No song. Oh my goodness.
It was just your coffee. It was you and your coffee. That's all you needed at that very moment.
Jeremy didn't believe me that I had coffee in there. He's like, "What do you have?" I'm like, "I have coffee." And so like I gave it to him, and he took a big old like zip. And it was hot coffee.
He's like, "Oh my gosh, it's actually coffee."
Yeah, he was like,
"Nope,
I don't
I'm
know
not
why
lying to you."
I don't know what I was thinking. It's like hot coffee. I'm like, yeah. I don't even think they had like that was on necessarily the menu, but I saw one of the bartenders have coffee, and I was like, for himself probably, and I'm like, do you guys have coffee? And he brought coffee up for me.
Yeah.
So shout out to the bartenders. They're the real MVP.
Yeah, Candace told him to have coffee ready, but it was more so for later. It wasn't necessarily for like right away. And so they were prepared to give people coffee. You just surprised them with your speed on how fast you wanted coffee.
I had 2 cups of coffee. I'm like, am I getting that old? I don't see any other people drinking coffee.
Yeah, I didn't have a cup of coffee. Candace, did you have coffee? Candace didn't have coffee either.
What?
I just remember afterwards, we were just exhausted. All of us were just like, we're just waiting for the pizza. And then the pizza didn't show up. And so then we were like, all right, we're going to bed. Like, I can't do this.
You know what? That reminded me. It's like future checklist. Have what's it called? Oven ready pizza. Because if you have a small town wedding, they close early.
Yeah. Thanks, Casey's General Store. We don't ever want your sponsorship. If you're trying to sponsor us, no.
Sawyer is speaking on his behalf.
I will gladly have Casey sponsor us. Thank you.
Casey. Yeah, I don't know why that like ran through my mind. I'm like, okay, now I know. Get oven ready pizza next wedding. I have this out. I don't know. Okay, you gotta let me know, how was the honeymoon?
Honeymoon was great. It was so nice to just get away from everything for a while. All we found out today, because Canada just asked me randomly, she goes, "What do you think is the least traveled to state?" And I'm like, "I would guess Alaska." She goes, "Really?" I'm like, "That or Wyoming or something." And she looked it up. It's Alaska's #1, Wyoming's #2. But no, it was really nice to get away from everything. And as soon as you enter Alaska, like nature, it just makes you like sit back and go, "Wow, this is beautiful." Just because mountains all around you, and it stunk at the time for like no Wi-Fi signals and stuff a lot of the places. But looking back, it's like you don't necessarily need Wi-Fi all the time. It's just like today's day. I was kind of like, oh my gosh, I felt so disconnected with things, but it allowed us to just like appreciate where we were. So it was nice.
Oh, you guys to sleep in an igloo, igloo.
Yep.
I don't know why when I thought igloo, I thought about the soda.
Igloo soda.
Isn't that what they sell at gas stations? Igloo soda, like those cups. No,
They're ices. What igloo soda? What? That's not a
Oh,
thing.
that is definitely a thing. That has to be a
Igloo
thing.
soda.
Am I making things up right now? I can't be making things up.
Um, there's igloo coolers.
Igloo.
Burpees.
Bur-
I got no idea. Igloo soda.
okay. Igloo soda gas station. Shopping. Oh snap! I might be in the wrong. Please don't tell me I'm in the wrong.
I think you're in the wrong on this one.
No. What about like those shakes?
Slurpees.
We test the igloo recall. No, that's not it.
Are you thinking of
Slurpees?
ices? Ices?
Icy's igloos? Maybe. Oh, it's icy. Darn it.
Is it because you're already thinking of the polar bear on it?
Maybe. Yeah, it's
'Cause
probably.
I think that's what Icy's logo is. Icy. Yeah. It's just ice with an extra E on the end.
Yep. There's a polar bear. Maybe igloo. I don't know. I'm in the wrong here. I don't. I see.
Hey, but it's okay. You know, we're all not perfect all the time.
I could have sworn I'm imagining things. Ah!
It could also be igloo, but it might be spelled differently than igloo.
Yeah.
I
I'm
get to
a,
stretch, but I'm gonna give that to you. We could just
now.
be
Yeah.
not
Once I go to
spelled.
the gas station, I'm a. If I ever find an igloo Slurpee brand that is probably a different name than igloo, but very similar, it's not icy. I'm gonna take a photo of it, and hopefully I'm not insane.
I
Watch
mean,
me never.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was, because there's a lot of things I haven't heard about, but I've been to a lot of not grocery stores, convenience stores, gas stations. That's the word I was looking for.
I'm gonna keep looking. If I can't find it in the next 5 years, then I'm probably wrong.
Next 5 years, you're giving yourself.
Yeah.
I like it. You're gonna create your own company called Igloo and sell it to like one grocery store. Send me a photo and be like, I told you.
I told you so. You don't even need to create a company. You just need to create buy.
One bottle. That's
Yep.
all you need. Just one bottle.
See, I told you. I saw it in the future. I wasn't looking at the past. I was looking at my future. Boom.
I feel like that was like very deep for a beverage company.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see.
If you could create any like business, what business would you create?
Beverage wise or anything?
Anything.
I'm still going with beverage. Tea company.
Tea company.
I drink tea regularly, and people, yeah, my stomach can't handle coffee. It rumbles and tumbles, and so tea is the way to go.
Yeah.
I think you can have more cups of tea than cups of coffee, and still be on the safe side with caffeine wise.
Mm.
So probably tea, a good tea company, and
Do you have a name?
I don't have a name.
I guess it's kind of early for the name. Usually the name comes later.
Yeah.
What's your business model? Who's funding you?
Direct to consumer. Nobody's funding me. Nobody's getting the power. I don't want
like it.
fund me.
I like it.
I don't know why. I'm just like I don't want, like, if people fund me, that means I'm gonna have to listen to their advice.
And you're your own business person.
Yeah, I just want to learn from my mistakes. I told this to my mom when I was little. She would always get me out to do my homework. So like she would like set a time and place and be like, I've done your homework, and I'm like, no or whatnot, and she would like make it a point for me to finish my homework with her supervising me, and I just like got tired of it. And I'm like, Mom, I'm gonna learn from my mistakes. Like, you don't need to tell me.
We'll get through it.
Yeah, like, I can do my homework on my own. But my sister was the complete opposite. She needed the actual tutoring and like help, or like tell her to focus to do her homework, to be able to do her homework.
Yeah.
Like they would take her to the library and help her do her homework. For me, I'm like, I just like my independency. Like I can do it. It was probably that day that the teacher gave us that those like life lessons that she was like, guys, learn from your mistakes, and probably made like a deep conversation. And I just remember that little part, and it clicked so much that day that I told my mom that, and she was like, okay, hands off, and you're pulling off the grades, so like, I couldn't tell you
Do
anything.
it. Yeah.
I was really good at math too, but mostly because every time I wanted to go play with a neighbor, um, I would have to do like this math quiz, and so I wanted to go play with a neighbor a lot, like play video games because they had video games. I didn't have video games. Yeah,
So you
actually,
crunch those numbers.
yeah, I really did. I was like top of my class, and people were like, "How do you go? You're so good." I was like, "I just really like to play. I just want to go play." GameCube. They had GameCube. I only had like those Game Boys. I probably had a PlayStation. Yeah, I had a PlayStation.
I had
Oh,
GameCube. GameCube was the best.
all right. Before we go on to the GameCube, what beverage or what company would you start?
I would just start a water company. I feel like water's not that complicated. And people are going to ask you, what makes you different? Just, I don't know. It tastes a little bit different. I don't know. And then just put my model like very, very cheap. Like I don't want to be an expensive water company. Just like store brand. And then a tiny step up is me.
Okay.
But I give like a fancy logo and everything like that. That'll really get me the customers.
What would be your story? Is your water from the the mountains of Mount Everest or something?
It'll be like hidden water cave, luscious pools of clear liquid bottled up for your enjoyment.
Yeah. Wait, I saw this on TikTok. Um, did not fact check this at all, but apparently in Europe their water has minerals, and apparently our water doesn't have any minerals, and it's supposed to have minerals. So like when
Huh.
our water says it's filtered,
I
it's
take the
not
minerals
necessarily.
out.
Yeah. Or ours has enhanced with minerals for taste, not necessarily minerals for like good for your
Hmm.
body, or so. But yeah,
I mean,
basically it's like
I've heard of mineral water. I just
uh,
kind of assumed it was normal water. I don't really put too much thought into it.
no, mineral water is like really like gaseous water.
Hmm.
But yeah, and so they were like, water's supposed to have nutrients. It comes from the grounds and whatnot, and like our water doesn't necessarily have that. And I'm like, oh. And then
So we take
I
that
just
good water and we filter it to make it not that great water.
yeah, not that great for your body, but it tastes great. And
Huh.
this is all from like less than 1 minute video on TikTok, and that's it. Okay,
So what
so
I'm going to do with my water, I'm going to only half filter it. I'll take like half filter it, and then I'll take the other half not filter it and keep the minerals, and I'll combine them.
boom.
I'm sure it wouldn't do anything whatsoever. It probably just all turned back into mineraled water,
Uh,
but
yeah.
we'll call it half and half.
Could you imagine being like the first person who thought about selling bottled water?
No.
Like, what are you gonna sell? What's the water? What? Like,
Yeah. It's like, are you thirsty, stranger? Yeah. Well, come to my pond. I'll bottle up some water and sell it to you.
you have it for free out of the faucet. And then like, but ours tastes better.
Bum, bum, bum.
So they're willing to pay a few bucks for that water that they get for free at their own homes. Yes, sir. It
Yeah.
worked.
I mean, some people are so into like having the water filtered through their like refrigerators and stuff like that. Where I'm just like, tap water is fine. I think it doesn't bother me. I
Uh,
guess there is some very bad tap water. I will put that out there.
uh, yeah, yeah. I guess some family members who just like bottled water, and I'm like, we have the refrigerator filter. We're gonna use that.
Mm-hmm.
And like they just yeah. And once you get used to bottled water, it does say it's different than like filtered water and tap water. Then just like
Mm-hmm.
Eh, it's like $4 or $5 a case or free.
Yeah. Tap water is definitely the worst. Then the fridge filter, and then bottled water. But it's like, why would how much are you willing to spend for bottled water when you have the free stuff?
You know how like as kids, your parents are always like, "There's food at the house, there's water at the house," and as you get older, you realize why they say those things. Yeah. Like turn off the light, somebody's gonna pay for that bill, and then like during the wintertime, you're like, "Yeah, turn off the
Yeah.
light."
Come on, man. The electricity. Come on.
Unplug anything that you don't use. Like, oh, good call too. It's like, or heater, the heater in the winter. It's like it's not that cold yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, you were talking about video games. What video games did you have? Your
I had a lot of video games.
favorite console?
I like the GameCube because the GameCube was like something where I could play it with like my sister and stuff. She didn't really get into like the Xbox or anything.
Huh.
So I would say GameCube.
Xbox or PlayStation?
Xbox. I've never owned a PlayStation.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm definitely very like Xbox sided when it comes to it. I don't think like, I'll ever own a PlayStation just because I grew up on Xbox.
Right. I grew up on PlayStation. And then, yeah. My neighbor had my neighbor had Xbox. My neighbor had everything.
That's why you went to their house.
Yes.
They had all the goods.
My parents were very strict with like visiting friends. So, like we couldn't get away from the block, from the street we lived in. So my
It's like
sister
you
was
say the
pissed 'cause
block. You can get on the block.
we couldn't get out of the block because our neighborhood. My sister had one of her close friends, like probably 2 or 3 blocks away from us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my parents didn't allow her to go visit her. Luckily, my neighbor, my friend, was literally our like front-facing neighbor to the right, and so it was
just a
that
little diagonal from you.
Yeah. So they were close enough that they were okay with it. I'm like, oh, they weren't there. And so now that I look back at it, luckily they never said anything that was like annoying or whatnot. They're just like open the door. I'm like, hi, like, come on in.
Yeah. You're here now. Welcome.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, yeah.
Yeah, my parents never really had any issues going around. It was just like I would always try to go out when I wasn't done with my homework and try to like pull the wool over their eyes. That's when they got mad. I wonder why.
Yeah. And that was funny when your dad Steve was like it's time to go, Sydney, to your sister, and then like when your dad said that, your sister took it like very serious. It's like, oh, Steve said that, now is I gotta
now
go.
It's time to go.
Yeah, now it's time to go. And then Steve goes like, where was this growing up?
Yeah. This never worked back in the day. This was too easy.
He only said it once too. She's like, yeah. If she says that, I have to go. And that was really funny. He just goes, this would have been nice earlier. I was like, yeah. Oh. Your dad always, like your dad has like those funny remarks. The other classic one was when we would go like tap 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 tap, and then your dad was like, "I'm just the husband."
Yeah. I'm Deb's husband. I'm just kind of here.
And then Marco was like, wait, you two,
Steve.
I'm not sure if he said Steve or like Mr. Yazel.
I think he said Mr. Yazel.
Yeah. Like, aw. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, you got to show my dad some love every once in a while. He puts up with a lot.
He seems very patient though.
Yeah, he has to be with us. He would have lost it years ago.
Who was a troublemaker? Was it you or your sister? It was more.
I think we were both troublemakers in different ways.
Ah.
And then we did the classic thing. As soon as one person was getting in trouble, the other person was like on their best behavior, like, which would just make the other person even more mad because it's like, I know you're just doing this.
Like with me and my sister was a troublemaker, and I would see she would get in trouble, and like she would like voice out her opinion, like voice whatever thoughts she had in her head.
Yeah.
And I saw that, and like it didn't get her anywhere. So I'm like, that's not a good.
That's not my plan of attack.
So I would be the goody two shoes. And I was just like, if my parents did anything to like upset me or whatnot, or like the rules were strict, I'm like, they own the house. I mean, I got no leverage right now. None.
Mother, father, dearest, do you need help with any of the chores? Like, oh, Angel.
Actually, when I was little, I told my mom to show me how to wash my clothes, because
you suck up.
It wasn't even like that. It was more, I would get upset that my mom lost my socks, or I would have like one sock and the other one not. I'm like, Mom, how do you lose the laundry? Like, can you please just show me so I could do it? And she was like, okay.
She's like, this is the greatest day of my life so far.
I wanted my socks together. I was like, sorry, but like, I need to get this done. I can't be wearing two different socks, and now I wear two different socks.
And now you're like, nah, I can do laundry later.
I wear two different socks, but I at least know that all my pairs are there. When I was little.
You just don't put them together?
Yeah, no.
Oh, you do the hard work.
I'm like, I just know I'm not losing socks. That's the good part. Previously, when I was little, I would lose socks. I'm like, Mom, I know I had more socks.
I've got like two good pairs of socks, and if I ever lose them, I'll freak out. Do you have like a pair of socks that are your go-to socks?
No.
I mean, I was gonna say it doesn't really sound like it if you mix and match.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I used to put them in pairs. Then this girl in our CrossFit class would like mix and match, and she was like, I just put whatever is in the drawer, and that's my socks. I'm like, that's a pretty cool thing to do.
Bad influence. So is your sock drawer just like a bunch of single socks all laid out, and you just find two that are the same length, and you're like, okay, we're good?
All of them are the same length. All of them are no-show socks, except for, I guess, dress. No, I now I went to your wedding. I have formal socks in there.
Or the one pair of formal socks that you will never get to pair up with something else.
I bought 3 pairs because I didn't realize you guys would supply us with formal dress socks. So I had some.
Formal is a very loose word for those socks.
Describe the socks that you bought your court.
Yeah, I bought everybody that was a part of the bridal party a different pair of socks that had a funny or a weird face on it, and there was really no rhyme or reason to giving people certain socks. I just tried to look at them and be like, oh, these would look good. Oh, these would look good, type of thing. But some people like really liked their socks. Like Chad loved his socks because they looked like it was like a puking face, and he's like, oh, this is so me. And then Mark, I'm not sure if Mark liked his or didn't like his, because they were purple socks, and he goes, oh, wait, they give me the purple ones, and I'm like, don't even go there. Like, I wasn't doing that on purpose.
I think he was like half and half. Like one point he was like questioning it, and then I was like, is it cool? I'm like, okay. I'm like,
please don't get offended by the color socks that I give you.
You were just like,
I'm just like, okay, these are in this, these are in this, these are in this. I looked at the faces too for them, because like there's a couple faces that were like evil looking faces, and I'm like, I don't know who to give these to. Like, it's a happy occasion, and so it all worked out.
It was interesting. Like, yeah, the groomsmen just had to like stand there when he had to wait.
Yeah. Yeah, you were lucky you weren't called upon to help usher. That was kind of like a last minute thing that kind of went down there. I'm like, well, everybody was cool with doing it. And so I'm just like, thank goodness.
Yeah. Actually, that would probably helped out Mark.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Mark was very happy that happened.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess the only stressful part for the groomsmen, yours was probably stressful.
Yeah, what?
Was the TikTok dances. Wait,
Yeah.
did you have a TikTok dance?
Yeah, I did the love story, the Taylor Swift one.
Oh, okay. I don't know why that blew my mind.
It blew your mind because it was so good. You try to just repress it from your memory because you're like, wow, my dances will never be as good as Sawyer getting down on one knee.
oh yeah. No, I'll bring back the memories.
All good things, all good things.
I know. In the last podcast, me and Mark talked about how we didn't listen to the DJ's mix of the songs put together, and that's what messed everything up.
Yeah, no, that was the issue because he didn't send it to us beforehand,
Uh,
and he didn't put like a space in between
There's no
the people.
like buffer time.
No, if we would have known that, like we would have been able to be like, okay, and go and go and go and go. But
Or
we played it later on in the night, so
yeah, basically, yeah, we would have done what we did later in the night. Sit in a row or sit, yeah, all row, and then whoever has to go literally go forward.
yeah.
And that would help us out with the buffer time, filter time, like the space between the songs, because there wasn't any.
There was absolutely none.
I think Mark was the first one out.
Yeah, Mark was the first one out.
He was like, I got it good because he was the first one out, so he was actually was able to do his dance on time.
Okay.
Everybody else was just like, nope. He even said, yeah, when I saw you guys there, just standing there, and I'm like, dude, we're halfway through the song. I'm not sure, like, do we just go now or
just casually walk in later?
And then Mark was like, yeah, I saw you guys standing there not doing anything. I'm like, it's over for them. Like, yeah.
And I think we got kind of like halfway through and we realized what was happening, and so we're like, go, 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 and people are just like, nah.
I'm like, that was like a questionable question. Hopefully, what was the best part of your wedding?
Being over. I would say my favorite part was after the church. I liked things after the church because then there was like no pressure on anything. It was just kind of just relaxing.
I wonder, did anything go wrong that's like funny, sort of, and that nobody noticed?
Nothing like that. No, the only thing that went wrong per se is the videographer like showed up like a tiny bit late to the reception. I'm not sure like she lost her way or something like that, but she showed up like 10 minutes late, which wasn't like a big deal at all. But besides that, things were pretty smooth. Oh, when I was cutting the cake, so we just cut the top. It was a 2-tier cake, and so I was just cutting the top piece. And I didn't realize that there was a piece of cardboard separating the top piece from the bottom piece. And so I was like picking up the cardboard, which was tilting up the entire cake a little bit. But I realized what I was doing, and so I slid it in between. But you can't really practice cutting your cake beforehand. And so unless like you make a cake or you buy a cake and you do it. But
yeah.
So I was like, this isn't lifting up. This shouldn't be this difficult. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a piece of cardboard right there. Imagine the whole top flies off.
I thought it was hilarious when you got what is that thing called when the bride sits down and you get the
the garter.
Garter. I didn't even know that was a word. Okay. And she iced you.
Yeah, she iced me. She's raising her eyebrows at me. Like, gotcha.
I wanted to take a video of it, but then I'm like, I did actually take a video of it, and then after I took a video of it, I'm like, oh shoot, I'm in the shot. Darn it! I'm like, I'm great for my shot, but like the actual like professional wedding shot, I'm like, I think I just might have ruined that. Hopefully they can like blur me out.
Just like a black square over you.
I'm like, this is such a good shot. I'm like, oh wait, no, it's not for them. I gotta go.
Yeah, I'll be curious if they got that piece to it. It'll be interesting to see and how they like edit it too if they did.
Blurring.
Yeah, just a casual little blob floating through the screen, or just it's really cropped down for a couple seconds.
Yeah, I think they must deal with that a lot, especially with phones nowadays.
Yeah,
Everyone wants to get a video of everything.
yeah.
Like,
That's why some people are making weddings and they're saying like no phones are allowed at like the actual ceremony, just so the photographers and videographers can get it, because apparently there was like a really bad problem where people would like put their hands like their cameras like in the aisle when the bride was walking down, and like that's when the videographers and photographers like get that straight shot of the bride. And they're like, now all these things just have these people's cameras and phones in the middle. They're like, just keep it in.
right, that is true. Yeah, I've seen that happen too. And so they're like, wait until we'll take group pictures of everybody, so you don't have to.
Yep.
That what usually happens. Like, trust me, their camera's probably a lot better than our phones.
Just a little.
Tiny bit. That new iPhone 12 though. Stephen O'Grady has it. And
Does he like it?
His last phone was the iPhone 6, so he really likes it.
I was gonna say that's a bit of an upgrade right there.
Yeah, he's like, the camera on this is so much better than the iPhone 6. I'm like,
it's an iPhone 6.
And like, have you checked your height on it? Because apparently you could check your height or people's height with the iPhone 12.
How do you do that?
I'm not sure if it's an app or the camera, but it has a new sensor that you can check people's height. So Barstool was like, rest in peace, all guys saying they're like 6'1" or something.
He's like, you're 5'8".
Like, yeah. Sorry.
Just a bad height day, okay?
Hey, have you checked out Sophia's new podcast? Talkmen.
No, I don't think I will. Have you?
Yeah, I checked it out.
Is it good? What did we talk about? What's it called?
Sophia with an F.
Oh, I think we mentioned that last time.
She came out with one. She has sponsors, so I think she's probably doing good for herself. And so,
like, what'd she talk about? Just kind of same call her daddy stuff?
A bit, and more of like her side of the story. And not so much her side of the story, more like, how would you say it? Yeah, kind of her side of the story. Yeah, her side of the story.
She's probably like talking bad about people. That'd be my guess.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, she's talking bad about the person. Yeah. Basically, her side of the story, which doesn't really mean talking bad about people.
She doesn't have too many good things to say. Let's just say that.
Yeah. But then she went on to talk about, what was it? How she wants to add more than just sex on the podcast. So she's gonna add different stories and whatnot.
Yeah, overrated.
Oh, I guess
stick to what you know.
Her side of the story included how she added her creativity into it. So like her things weren't pre-written, and so for the other co-host, they had a ghostwriter for her lines and whatnot.
Oh,
so
really?
Everything was scripted, and she says everything is scripted for her lines. That's why she never wanted to do a live show or a live audience, because all her people. I'm like, oh. So was her side.
That's kind of like a huge dig. Like if you're just reading off of a script, I feel like that kind of takes away a big part of what the podcast kind of presents itself as. Like there are definitely some podcasts. Like I've listened to some that are more educational podcasts where like I feel like they almost need to have a script for some of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Call Her Daddy was always like just off the cuff kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. I think that's kind of what they want to portray. But then again, like with reality TV, they kind of want to portray that, but not necessarily.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
a little mixture of the both. When I found out reality TV was scripted, oh, that blew my mind.
Mind blown.
I was like, how do they get those angles and shots? I'm like, they take it several times. Oh,
Jersey Shore, I feel like did a good job about having like the security cameras kind of around the house, and so it made it look like it wasn't as scripted.
mm. Now I'm wondering, like, I feel like it's not totally fully scripted, but they just give you like general guidelines, and so like you put your own little personal taste to it to make it easier flow,
Yeah.
to make it look like much more natural.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any interesting either wedding stories or honeymoon stories?
Well, with wedding stuff, it's like we were officially past the 2 week point,
Oh,
so nobody got COVID at the wedding. Heyo,
yes.
shout out.
Is Chicago closed again? Because indoor dining is closed over here in Champaign.
Yeah, they're closing things up again over here.
Yeah.
And there's talks about potentially things like getting crazy after the results of the election tomorrow.
Oh. Bordering up. People are bordering their stores. I saw in LA.
Washington, D.C.
Chicago. People are doing it in Chicago too.
I don't think people are boarding up necessarily in Chicago, but it's just kind of like people are walking on eggshells a little bit.
It's unrest. Ah!
No.
We might even not get like the full results tomorrow. We might have to wait all the way until November 4th.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because with all the mail-in ballots. I was talking with Candace about it because they need to make sure that they get all of those in.
Yeah. So that was interesting. The year's 2020. November 2nd. TikTok is like the whole guys, the purge is coming tomorrow. And somebody explained it like whoever wins, somebody's gonna be upset.
Yeah.
And so like you gotta border up for anything. Like, ah!
There's gonna be riots one way or the other, you can tell. And so it's like what side is gonna be the happy side? What side's gonna be the side that's mad in the streets yelling at people?
Here's a TikTok that was like, you guys are still in America. I'm on my way out. Good luck with the purge. I'm like, oh.
My parents are in Hawaii right now. And so my sister was like, you could not have picked a better time to go to Hawaii. It's like, true. But she's like, it could still happen here, technically. And I'm like, I mean, technically, but at least you can be chilling on a beach while it's happening. Like,
yeah. Hawaii. Those must have been nice travel discounts.
Oh, traveling is so cheap.
Oh. Nobody wants to travel. Oh. I'm getting chills just thinking about it. Ooh, a segue I wanted to go with video games. Pokemon cards are starting to blow up. By blow up, I mean like raising prices, not like literally blow up.
Wait, like you're talking about like the Charizards are getting higher up and everything like that?
Charizard sold a PSA 10, like best condition there is, first generation holo, sold for like $225,000. $225,000. And that, but guess who bought it? Guess who bought it?
Logan Paul.
Actually, Logic, but Logan Paul.
Shit.
Why did I think of that? Yeah, famous rapper Logic, logically bought it.
I mean, what do? You just put that in a safe. You just never touch it.
That or just hang it up to your wall with like some added security.
A lot of lasers, a lot of like things pointing at it to make sure. Like
Justin Bieber has the whole first set in his wall like basically as a
Like a poster type of thing.
yeah case with a case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like framed, right?
Yep. All his cards are framed, and like the top three are actually like graded,
Mm.
because from like PSA, and PSA is like a grading company that is number one right now.
Mm.
So I'm legit thinking about buying a really nice set I like, and I'm not liking the price, but
I was gonna say.
just buy it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So
Just stay away from the
Charizard.
Charizard, please. You don't be getting that Charizard. Unless
Yeah,
you get it out of a pack. Then get the heck out of that Charizard.
graded Charizards first generation are through the roof right now, and most likely because Logan Paul ripped some uh, packs up from first generation. I think he bought a box and then sold every single individual one to like the highest bidder, and he got a lot of people were like buying it off him because he knows very well the people.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
mean, people are going to be getting in the craze. I saw you bought some booster packs, didn't you?
Yeah, I went to Walmart, bought some packs, did on Instagram, and then said, then realized all the packs I bought weren't necessarily the best packs out there.
That's why they were so cheap.
Yeah. But even if the good packs still cost like around $40 retail, it's like at Walmart,
Pack
Target.
of Pokemon cards cost $40.
On eBay, they're really selling them for 80, $90. And I'm thinking about buying.
Aren't these things supposed to be like $5?
Wait,
Probably
back,
$5 in 1990.
yeah, back when we were kids, do you remember? Were you big into either Pokemon cards or like sports cards?
My grandpa would buy me Pokemon cards every once in a while, so I would go with him.
And did you have to go to like a specific shop, or were they just like available at like at a gas station?
Just any gas station and stuff.
See, like that. That's how much it was like a craze, like that any gas station could get Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
'Cause I still remember that, and then I still remember when Yu-Gi-Oh. I really got into Yu-Gi-Oh, and went into a legit card shop, and I was like, wow, I was amazed when I walked into that card shop. Yeah, so now that's bringing back like nostalgia, and like I want to watch them all.
Yeah. Well, it just surprises me when like people are pulling the cards. Like they know what cards are the good cards, but it's like this one's 40 cents, this one's 5 cents. It's like, do you know that off the top of your head, or do you put this aside, then you go look these things up? Like some people are just on it though.
Yeah, you basically do enough research on eBay that you have a good idea of how much things are going for.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. I'm but with like eBay, since there's such a limited supply of like the older things, at least with first generation,
Yeah.
one big sale and everything shoots up, especially with the Charizard. Basically what Logan Paul did.
Yeah.
Everything shot up. So
Mm-hmm.
but yeah. We'll see. I'm hoping for this like craze like die down a little bit before the year ends. That might just come in and
Then
like
he could go for it. Swoop.
yeah. Because the 25th anniversary is coming up next year, so that's Pokemon's definitely gonna
Skyrocket again there.
yeah they're gonna put a lot of money into marketing that 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
So, what was your favorite Pokemon?
That was gonna be my question of the day.
Ah!
The question of the week.
We'll just end it here.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can pivot here if you want. I mean, it's a pretty solid transition. My favorite Pokemon always has been, always will be. I feel is Charmander.
Huh.
The little guy's so freaking cute, and he turns into such a badass. Charmander is my favorite Pokemon.
Huh.
Fun fact: Charlie, my best man, I call him Charmander sometimes. just because I don't think he likes it, so I just do it to get him mad.
How do you call him Charmander? Hey, Charmander, Charlie, Charmander.
I call him Char. Just because Charmander says Char. You're like, Char.
I would have to go with Blastoise.
Look at us with the originals.
I think mostly it had to do with all the crazy with Charizard. And I'm just like the type of person that when I see too much attention to like one thing, I'm gonna go the other way.
Yeah.
But
Blastoise is one of those too that like if you like got him in like the video games, like you knew you were set. Like the guy's just a tank. Okay, he quite literally is a tank. But
and then it's like a powerhouse against Charizard because Charizard's
we
fire.
don't talk about that, okay? Because yours is better than mine.
Put out the fire. And then somebody. Yeah. Okay. Fun fact: these highly graded Charizard, Venusaurus, and Blastoise PSA 9s, first edition in Spanish. They like sold for 10 grand. And I'm like, what is life right now?
It surprises me that I guess probably just the quality of them, but it's like I feel like the Japanese versions are so much like higher valued than like the Spanish versions, the English versions. I feel like just because it came from Japan, probably, but
Yeah. It's crazy.
you want me to do the outro?
Yes, because or else we're gonna talk about Pokemon cards for like the rest of the night.
I know.
It's
And we're
bad.
just gonna be here. It's gonna be like, guys, this episode is an hour and a half.
There's kids opening up packs and making videos off of them. I'm like, oh, it's starting up again.
Yeah, that. I know you bought packs on your TikTok. You need to open them on your TikTok. Have you done that?
I opened them.
Did you make a video?
No.
You should have made a video.
My cousin, my god brother, was making fun of me for buying Pokemon cards. Like, we bought Pokemon cards, guys. He goes, no, you bought Pokemon cards. Okay. And then guess what? He opened most of all the packs. He only left me like one. I'm like,
It's addicting. I mean, it's the surprise element, and it's like, did I get something good? Did I get something good?
and then like he was slamming down on the table. I'm like, dude,
Don't do
care of
that.
them. I don't know any information of which ones are good or not, so take care of all of them.
Yeah. We're putting them all in plastic cases, and I'm gonna go Google all these.
Alright, do the outro before.
All right. Before we keep going. But as you guys could tell, we are really into the Pokemon talk. And so that's why the question of the week is letting us know what your favorite Pokemon is, what generation it is. Doesn't matter, but just let us know what Pokemon you enjoy seeing the most, whether it's powerhouse like Blastoise or a cute little guy like Charmander. Let us know in the comment section on YouTube, or if you are watching this on any of the other podcast platforms, you can shoot us over to us in an email at talkmentuesday@gmail.com. I had to slow down that email because the inbox was overflowing. So I appreciate all the input that you guys have had there. And as always, appreciate any tips, tricks that you want to shoot our way to make sure that we give your guys a better listening experience. We are always happy to adjust accordingly. But like I said, let us know your answer to the question of the day, what your favorite Pokemon is. We look forward to talking with you guys in the next episode. Stay safe, go vote. And again, appreciate your time.
Go vote. Thank you guys.
Peace.